For any hunter taking part in the Yharnam hunts, they will need weapons capable of taking down the beasts of the Dark City. In this episode of Weapons of the Workshop, we will take a look at the trick weapon, the Threaded Cane. One of the trick weapons of the workshop commonly used in the hunts, sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blades are split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beasts with the whips is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. The Threaded Cane is one of the starting weapons in the game. If you did not choose it as your starting weapon, it can also be bought after you obtain the Saw Hunter's badge, which is found near the Gargantuan Pig in the central Yharnam sewers. There is also Uncanny and Lost versions of the Threaded Cane that can be found in the Root Chalice dungeons. These variations are exactly the same, but come with alternative gem slots. The Threaded Cane damage type is physical, but it also has thrusting attacks. The weapon transforms between a short-range cane and a serrated whip with the push of L1. The transformation can also be performed mid-combo to perform a transformation attack. In its cane form, the Threaded Cane has a quick attack speed, but a fairly short range. Its R1 light combo is a series of horizontal swipes, although these horizontal attacks do strike the ground, allowing you to low attack foes, or even hit foes on the ground. The stationary and side dodge attacks for the Threaded Cane's cane variation is a standard horizontal swipe like the R1 combo. The dash attack you perform while running is a downwards overhead slash. The R2 heavy attack is a thrusting attack that has some reach to it, while the charged R2 attack is a stronger version of the heavy attack that deals more damage. This can also be used to break weaker foes' guard. Performing both a directional or stationary dodge followed by R2 will result in a similar attack to the standard R2 heavy attack thrust. The heavy dash attack, while in cane form, is a thrusting attack that has a fair bit of reach to it. You can perform a leaping attack with R2 and pushing forward from a stationary position. This will result in the hunter leaping forward with another downwards thrusting attack. Pressing L1 to transform the weapon mid-combo or while dodging will result in the Threaded Cane going from its cane state to the serrated whip state via a far-reaching downwards vertical strike. This really has some range to it and is great for keeping your distance from foes. Now in its serrated whip form, the Threaded Cane gains increased range, but as a result becomes slower to wield and has a reduced moveset. The serrated whip's R1 light combo is a wide horizontal sweep followed by another horizontal strike followed by a vertical downward strike, after which the combo repeats the last two attacks till you stop or are drained of stamina. Again, this is a far-reaching attack and can help control crowds. However, in enclosed environments it can result in the whip recoiling off of walls. The directional dodge attack is a quick diagonal upward strike. This attack has a slightly reduced range, while the stationary dodge attack is a thrusting stab. The dash attack for the serrated whip is a backhanded horizontal swipe. The heavy attack with R2 for the serrated whip form of the Threaded Cane is a series of alternating horizontal swipes. These swings have a far reach, but as a result are fairly slow. Unfortunately, there is no charged heavy attack for the serrated whip form of the Threaded Cane. The directional R2 dodge attack is a horizontal attack similar to the standard R2 strike, while the stationary R2 dodge attack is a thrusting attack which again has good reach to it. The heavy dash attack for this form of the Threaded Cane is a slow downwards vertical attack. The leaping attack while in the serrated whip form is a jump followed by a downwards vertical strike. And lastly, transforming the weapon back from its serrated whip form to its cane form mid-combo or during a dodge results in a thrusting attack in its cane form. The Threaded Cane is a weapon that scales with 3 different stats. It scales mostly with skill, starting off at a C and ending with an A by the time the weapon reaches level 10. It also slightly scales with strength, starting at E and going no higher. Lastly, it also scales with Arcane, starting at a rank D and ending with a B when the weapon reaches level 10. For those of you who do not know, stat scaling is how much your attributes will boost the weapon's attack value. The Threaded Cane is the option players will take at the start of the game if they want to focus on a skill build. Although I believe there are better skill weapons out there, the Threaded Cane does give players some nice ranged options. It is also an early weapon that comes with thrusting attacks. While starting players may not like how the Threaded Cane works, after a few upgrades it will start to shine. With its range, it can hit multiple limbs on bosses and crowd control large groups of weaker foes. That being said, it does take a fair amount of stamina while it's in its serrated whip form. Its cane form should not be ignored though, as it has a quick attack speed and can take down single targets fairly quickly. Overall, I would give the threaded cane a rating of 6 out of 10. Remember that every weapon in the game is viable and can be used to tackle every boss and enemy. If you are at all interested in finding the uncanny or lost versions of the threaded cane, I will leave glyph codes in the description below. If however you know of any glyph codes, please leave a comment so that others can find these weapons. Anyway, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my Bloodborne Weapons of the Workshop guide to the threaded cane. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.